Maybe that you're struggling to communicate in your relationship. In this video, I'll share keys to improve your relationships, to building honest, trust-filled, and supportive connections with your partner. I'll also explain mistakes and the solution to actually resolve these situations so you can get free, get away from this video with a sense of control over your relationship. But before doing all of that, who am I? My name is Wesley, and my mission, my big purposeful mission right now, is to help prevent 1,000 men, just for now, I'll upgrade it, from getting to suicidal thoughts because of porn addiction, to actually kill themselves because of that addiction. These are my type of videos, and if that interests you, make sure you subscribe. Also, have you ever had this moment, this specific moment? Your girl, your love of your life, right? She's right in front of you, naked, so you can see all of it, right? And you're about to actually fuck her. You decided that both of you wanted to fuck, and you're in the action of it. And right before actually penetrating her, actually doing it, your dick is not even hard. What happened, right? You're trying to think about all of the stuff to actually excite you, but your dick don't want to listen to you. It's not hard. So what happened, right? Your girl actually look at you and feel like maybe she's not that attractive to you anymore. You can already see all the problems that can come with that. There's worse. There's people that think about porn to get it hard in order for them to fuck their girl, because their girl is not even exciting them anymore because of that porn addiction. It's gotten to a point where normal sex isn't even attractive to them. They have to be overstimulated by the porn to actually get their dick hard. You don't want to get to this point, right? First link down in the description. You'll be happy. And that, let's continue directly with the video. Maybe you've heard that a lot, but communication is key in relationships. When you have a problem, when you have something to talk about, talk with honesty, but talk about it, right? You need to be able to know how your partner feels about certain things, and your partner needs to know also how you feel about certain things. If you're scared to talk, or you start hiding information and hiding things, that's when it impacts the relationship and impacts the communication, because you're not talking anymore, and it impacts the trust, and it impacts the honesty of the relationship, and that's when relationships start to crumble. So before all of that happen, actually start talking with your partner. Open dialogue, create this space where you feel heard and you feel like your other person, your partner, is respecting you, is really having his full or her full concentration on you and actually listening to what you're saying, which leads to deeper connection and understanding of the person. If I'm talking to someone, I want that someone to show me her attention, right? Let's say, for example, I have my girl right next to me and I'm talking to her and she's on her phone. I won't feel, first of all, respected, because she's not even listening to what I'm saying. She's just saying like, oh yeah, oh okay, oh cool, right? For myself, I'm that type of guy where I will just stop talking and I will take that as a disrespect. I will actually point it out. I will say to her, don't disrespect me like that. I don't like that. And I know that next time I won't be as, I'd say, not polite, but as happy doing it. So like, that was the first time I'm giving her an advice. Don't do that again. But next time I will just cut my attention and I won't give her more attention, right? And it's not toxic or anything, right? I give respect to people that give me respect. That's like a way of living. And when you talk to someone and he's not even listening to you, when they're talking, you're fully doing active listening, you're really listening to them, giving them advice, actually hearing what they're saying and everything. When you talk to that person, you expect the same kind of respect. And when that people don't give you respect, you don't feel, first of all, respected, as I said, but you don't even feel like they're hearing you. You feel like they're just there to be there and you're actually talking to a wall. That's not the point you want in your relationship, right? You want to be in love, you want your girl to actually listen to you and actually be able to communicate with each other. Talking is really the basics of any couple. You have to first talk to actually be able to be together and live a long life together. And that's a mistake, one of the multiple mistakes that I usually see. When people are in porn addiction, they usually isolate themselves. So they start escaping the conversations. When they talk with a girl, they talk with their girl about something, and the subject starts to turn as a boring subject because they're used to getting overstimulated non-stop, getting so much dopamine from their porn, that when the conversation arrives with your girl, you feel like that's boring and you don't want to talk with her, because who wants to do boring tasks, right? Everyone wants to be able to enjoy life and always do cool things. So why force yourself to actually do something boring? That's the mini thing that happen in your brain, and that's why you actually go maybe out of the house when your girl is talking to you, and the talk duration is like more than 2 to 3 minutes. And that's why you're trying to kind of escape these conversations. And by escaping them, what happened? You're not talking as much. So there's no open communication. And because you're isolating yourself, you prefer to be alone. You're not with your girl anymore, right? If you're with your girl, you're not alone. So by being alone a lot, you pass less and less time with your girl, which leads to less communication also. A thing that I see a lot in couples is people, they're not clear on their boundaries. What happened is that at the start of the relationship, you're supposed to be having a clear opinion about your own boundaries and your girl boundaries. So before even being in a couple, you have to actually discuss it with your partner, your future partner. What is your boundaries and why have you chosen them? And okay, let's agree with that, that I'm not sure, and things like that, right? But there are so many people that are too fast in getting together. They just want the sex and they just think about the sex. And so what happens is that they will be in a couple, like they're so starved from relationships that they just go together to not be alone. That's like so many people I see, and a lot of my friends is the same thing. A lot of people that I talk to, that I just met randomly on the street, and I talk with them about their life and their relationships and everything. And even them being grown-ups, right, being like 30, 40, they still doing things like that. They're getting in a relationship without even talking about all the basics. What happened is that people are too fast, they're too scared to be alone, and they just want to be in relationships. At this point, they don't even care with who. They just want to be in a relationship, and they pray, they hope that everything goes well, instead of actually putting boundaries so that everything goes well. So I'll make the point on that. Setting boundaries is important in a relationship. You don't want to have surprise and things that don't happen in a relationship, right? For example, for myself, I have many boundaries on my own self, and I expect my woman, my girl, to respect those boundaries on herself too. For example, I don't go on clubs. I don't go and drink alcohol randomly on clubs and things like that. I expect, and I'm searching on my girl the same type of thing. If for my own self, I don't want myself to go on these clubs and drink, I don't want my girl to go on the clubs without me and drinking, right? That's like basics, right? If I actually don't smoke. I don't smoke anything. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke drugs. I don't smoke. I expect my girl to not smoke also. And it's not because, oh my god, first of all, yes, I have standards. This is not just them. Like I have a lot of them, but I have a lot of standards because I know that I'm someone that is disciplined and that I have a lot of standards for my own self. So because I have a lot of standards for myself to live in general, I expect my woman to kind of align with myself, right? I don't want to be the only one in the couple bringing the couple up. I want both of them, both of me and my girl, actually having mutual support and bringing ourselves together to create like a big, great couple. And setting boundaries is the start of it all, right? Creating boundaries prevent misunderstanding because you're saying it on the point. I don't want this, I don't want that. These are my boundaries. These are my limits. The limits that I allow in the couple. And if you extend that, there's no, oh, I'm sorry, there's just, oh, one more chance and things, I didn't know. It's, you extended it, that's like too bad for you, but I'm leaving, right? But that too, there's many people that in the exception, they do boundaries, but when their girl, for example, cheat on them, they will do what? They will forgive it. Like, cheating is the worst thing that can happen, right? It's her actually spitting on you, right? It's her actually, like, missing you so much respect, right? She don't even have respect for you at that point. She cheats on you. And what are you doing when you're on that situation? You're so obsessed with love and with her because, oh my god, it's the only girl that actually gives me attention, that what happened is that you forgive her. That's like crazy. You can, well, I won't ever forgive a girl if she cheats on me, and that never happened. But if a girl cheats, like there's no excuse, there's no anything, right? I'm just leaving. Like at that point, if it will be to happen, that show me that she has no respect for me at all. And respect is one of my big value in a relationship. So if a girl show me that she has no respect, I'm leaving. She don't deserve me, right? And that's so different from people that I actually hear about their stories. They forgive cheating, and what happens? Cheating happens again. A second time, then a third time, then a fourth time, and every time they keep on forgiving and forgiving. There's people that their value is to forgive, for example, but forgiving to a point where you're a clown, that's not the point, right? You don't want to be the one in a relationship taken advantage of. So boundaries really help you with both of you actually feeling safe and feeling valued. When you set a boundary and you see that your girl is actually respecting what you're saying, this shows you that she has respect for you, and more importantly, that she has respect for the relationship. It shows her commitment to actually stick with you and actually want to achieve great things with you, which is like a primal desire, right? I want that in my relationship, and so that's why I'm searching for it. Trust is another thing that also happen in relationship. As I said, for the same example of cheating, your girl cheating on you, she broke your trust, right? You had trust on her that she would respect what you said and that she would stick by you, but she cheated on you. People tend to do what? They tend to forgive. They forgive the cheating, and what happened to their trust? They're still trusting their partner, because without trust, there's no relationship. But people tend to trust even though they keep on getting betrayed. She can kind of lower your trust in her, but not break it, right? There's this that can happen too. When someone lowers the trust, it takes time to rebuild it. It's not like, oh, tomorrow I'm trusting you fully. It takes time to actually build it the first time, and when she lowers your trust in her, it will take time to rebuild it. But if she breaks it, please leave her. That's like two difference. There is lowering it by maybe doing actions. Maybe she's saying that she will do this and she's not actually doing it. She's making promises and she's not actually respecting them. That's actually lowering your trust. But by saying actually like, I will do this, for example, sticking with you your whole life and cheating on you, that's broke. That's like there's no trust anymore. I'm not trusting it. Everything that has been said after the fact that she cheated. Even if she said, oh, I was drunk, I was this, I was that, my friend forced me, like she opened my legs by force, I got raped, I don't know, all the excuses that she can find. If the thing is that she cheated. That's a fact. The moment on that it's a fact, I'm not trusting her on this matter anymore. I'm in fact probably more trusting the guy that actually fucked her than her at this point, because the guy in front of me never broke my trust, right? I'm not mad about the guy. The guy did his job. Like he did what he had to do. It's the girl that had put trust on that actually cheated on me. So when I see this, I feel like fucked up. There's people that when their girl cheats on the guy, they will be mad at the guy. Don't be mad at the guy. The guy only did his job. He saw a breach on the wall and actually exploited it. That's things that happen. Actually, you should be thanking him because of him, you now know that the girl is not the right one for you. The right girl for you will prevent herself from getting so much access to other guys that other guys feel like they're welcomed to try and go out with her, right? If your girl is like slutty type, she just go out and show herself to everybody and she gives the chance to other guys to actually fuck her, that's not the girl you want, right? That's not the mother of your future child. That's just a random hoe that you saw online or that you saw in real life. So the guys shouldn't be the one to blame. It should be your girl and you're actually leaving that girl. Don't give her another chance to actually break you even more, right? All of the time also I see people actually being in a 1v1 on the couple. You should be mutual supporting each other. When, for example, your girl is having problem with something, don't start to judge her and say to her, oh, you're so trash and things. I swear, like, this may be funny for you to hear, but I see this in people. There's people that when I hear their problems and why they're maybe arguing with their wife or things like that, they actually talk to me and say that they're insulting each other. Like maybe they're not saying, oh, you're trash, but they're saying like, fuck yourself and everything. And that's crazy, right? Imagine being able to find yourself a woman that you thought was the love of your life, and when she does a mistake, you're actually insulting her. That's like so much disrespect, and actually I wouldn't be comfortable in that situation, right? But when I hear that from other people, I'm actually the guy that will tend to visualize this and actually give good advice. Because what? Because I'm doing active listening, which is important, as I said. It's always important to do active listening. Actually, I have a good story on that. I met someone while I was walking outside. I meet a lot of people because I talk to almost everyone. So, because I talk to a lot of person, that's normal that I'm hearing and remembering a lot of stuff about anyone. I don't remember his name, but I remember his story. And the story was that at first, when he first got with this girl, that now it's been 20 years that they were together. But at the start, he didn't have a lot of money. He was kind of broke, and that girl was already in her house. And what happened is that they got together for like 5 months, and after the 5 first months, she invited him into her house. The house, right? Not the apartment, the house. They were, I think, 22 at that time. And she invited him at her house so that they can live together, right, as a couple. But he didn't have a lot of money, and at that time he didn't find a job also, so he was gaining no money at all. But the girl took a risk on her own to actually support him in his journey, because he knew that he would get a good job and will be able to provide a lot for her and the family. And during time passed, he passed a whole year without actually finding the job that he wanted to do. But he was actively searching for it, right? So he wasn't just there and laying around and playing video games all day. He was actually actively searching for a good job and doing research online for other things as well as knowledge and things like that. Finally, what happened is that after the first 1 year, he actually got a lot of skills on the sales skills, right? And now you can already see where that lead. He got a good sales job, and actually now he makes, I think he said to me like 250 to 300k per month, per year. Yes, per year, just in commission, right? It's not even his base salary, because he has a base salary and also the commissions. So, and extra like bonus, because he's one of the top of the sellers. But in big, what you have to understand from that is that because the girl actually supported him at the start and actually trusted him, what happened is that he had the time to actually learn all the knowledge so that he could thrive the moment he started his sales job. And yes, it's a sales job, but he could have thrived in any job because he took the time to actually learn a lot about the job, and because he had the support of his girl. Every day his girl, she wasn't being on his shoulder and actually saying, oh, you should really get a job and everything. She knew that he was doing what he needed to do, and she actually encouraged him. Every day she was asking like, oh, what did you do today, and oh, what did you learn, and things like that. She was always encouraging him, and that's what he told me. He said that every day I didn't feel like she was pushing me and actually putting pressure on me. He actually felt like she was encouraging him and appreciating the effort that he was doing for the couple. You can see the mindset shift, right? That was crazy. And I was kind of listening. It had other info on the story, but in English, to think about it, I remember a memory from me. I heard that on French, and that's all I can say in English. I don't quite remember it well right now, and I have a video to finish, right? But that was the part for the mutual support. Mutual support is really important, and encouraging one another, actually offering emotional support, and showing that you care can really strengthen the bond, right? Your bond that you have with your girl, if you do all of that, you can see that it will almost be unbreakable. Finally, you have to focus on growth. The growth aspect of the couple is important. And what it implies is that at the start of the couple, you're not already in the great part of the couple, right? You don't start the couple at the highest potential of the couple. You start the couple and you don't even really know, like, you know each other enough to actually be in the couple, but you have not lived together, right? You didn't slept with each other, maybe, because I know that now there's people that sleep with before even being in the couple, but like that's not my case, right? That's for myself. That's something that I preserve for the right girl, so I won't sleep with anyone right before being in the couple. But I know that there's people that do that, and that's their own way. They have the right to do it, right? But what I want to say is, at the start of the couple, you don't know her since it's been like 2-3 years, right? It's only been maybe 1 month that you know her, and now you're in a couple. So let time for her to actually develop herself in the couple, and for you also. You never went with her in a house. Maybe that in a house you will act different with her. Things like that. Let the opportunity for the relationships to grow and actually learn from it. There's people, and that's while they're in their recovery, that only focuses on their own growth. Because they're on the recovery, they're only focuses on their recovery and only thinking about themselves, and start to forget about their girl. You're supposed to grow together and build something strong together. But there's people that starts to be just thinking about themselves and what they have to do, and stop actually giving attention, giving time to their girl, which put them aside. And that's not the couple focusing on growth anymore, right? You have to actually celebrate each other's achievements and work together to overcome challenges. When you're finally going to get free from your porn addiction, you hope that your girl will see it and actually celebrate it with you, right? Maybe she will do a cake, or I don't know. But you really hope that she will see it and she will actually be proud of you. The most important point is that you're proud of your own self. but you hope that your girl is also proud of you. And that's a good feeling. Someone being proud of you, and you being proud of yourself, and you being proud of someone else. That's like really great for your own self. So that was a lot of mistakes that usually happen when you're in your recovery and also in your everyday like relationships. But I hope that you really learned something new and actually will implement this in your relationships. I hope that I made you a click in your mind and I said something that actually made you think like, oh, am I actually doing this? Maybe that today I didn't show enough love to my girl. Did I say to her that I love her recently? What happened? Did we fuck recently? I don't know, but I hope that I actually made you think about something and actually will change your life in a way that you feel is greater for yourself. And that, take care of yourself.